Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. 14 minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Monday morning, the second day of February 2026. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thank you for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air right here in San Juan County, New Mexico. In Durango, Colorado, we broadcast at 103.3 FM. And if you're listening to my voice from anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to tune in. That's ksje.com. Welcome also to our viewers who are joining us. The video of the program streaming live right now to the KSJE Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel. We're glad that you are with us this morning. Welcome aboard, everyone. Also, we want to tell you that coming up in the next few moments, we're going to be talking with guests from a Family Crisis Center and Sexual Assault Services of Northwest New Mexico. So we hope you'll stay tuned for that. Some good community information coming out this morning in the next few moments. So that is coming up today. Later on, we'll be checking in with Lewis Campbell from Synergy Computer Systems. He'll be part of our Monday Reboot segment, talking technology today at 8:50 a.m. on KSJE. Next hour, of course, it is Roving with the Arts, our classical music program. Mick Hess will take us roving after the news next hour at 9:06. A reminder that you can also connect with us on other forms of social media, if that's your thing, like Instagram or Blue Sky or X, in addition to Facebook and YouTube. And if you're a podcast listener, you can find KSJE podcasts. They're available wherever you listen to podcasts. So subscribe for free and maybe discover a new local program that you may have missed. Or better yet, just download the new KSJE radio app available at the App Store and Google Play. Podcasts are right there. You can listen live and much, much more all in your pocket. So take us with you when you're on the go. Outside our studios here at San Juan College, it is currently sunny and 27 degrees in Farmington. We are expecting a partly sunny day today with a high of 52 in Farmington. Overnight clear skies, low 26. It'll be sunny tomorrow with a high of 53 on Tuesday. Sunshine and 52 again on Wednesday. Sunny and 54 Thursday, 56 on Friday. Mid-50s pretty much all week long with overnight lows right around 30 degrees. And we'll keep an eye on what looks to be a developing storm system maybe early next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, with a chance of rain or snow showers. I'll be back with my guests with more right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center. It's physician-led and supported by specialists, so patients can receive the treatment they need right here at home. When every minute matters, dedicated caregivers are here for you. San Juan Regional Medical Center, serving the Four Corners region for generations. Find out more at sanjuanregional.com. Ready to make a difference close to home? The University of Denver Graduate School of Social Work Four Quarters program is accepting applications for the 2026-2028 Master of Social Work cohort. Classes meet Fridays in Durango, letting you keep working. Learn more at du.edu/socialwork/fourcorners. Students can change the future with DU and apply now for lasting impact. Back in Studio A this morning with my guests, as I mentioned, from the Family Crisis Center and also Sexual Assault Services of Northwest New Mexico. Soberta Bitsilly is back with us this morning from the Family Crisis Center. Good morning. Welcome back to KSJE. Good to have you here.
Good morning. My name is Soberta Bitsilly. I'm the Development Training Manager at Family Crisis Center. So we appreciate you letting us participate on your radio program this morning.
You bet.
we're happy to be here to let people know that February is Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month.
Right.
So that's the main purpose of us being here, to let you know what the month is about and just mainly create some awareness.
Appreciate that. And thank you for coming in and bringing with you the other guests who are here with us this morning, including one of the other folks from Family Crisis Center. So we will introduce her as well. Buffy Tolstedt is here. She is one of the facilitators at the Family Crisis Center. And Buffy, good morning to you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Good to see you. And also from Sexual Assault Services of Northwest New Mexico, joining us here in the studio, Melodi Peterson is here as well. Melodi, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you for being here. And so, Soberta, I want to come back to you a little bit about this big topic that we are tackling this morning, and all about dating and dating violence. And as you mentioned, all those different topics and how they affect youth. I know you've been in contact with students too, and you try to reach out to the schools in the area too to work with their counselors and students that are in those schools.
Correct. So mainly our purpose is to spread awareness about what teen dating violence is, and I just wanted to read off a formal basic definition of what that is. So according to the Office of Justice Program, teen dating violence is defined as physical, psychological, or sexual abuse, harassment of any person from 12 to 18 years of age, and it could be a past or present romantic or consensual relationship. So mainly it's a pattern of controlling behavior where there could be physical, emotional abuse, and other forms of manipulation. So mainly what we're telling people is that is very common. A lot of people don't realize that it's really domestic violence.
Right.
And it comes in lots of different ways. So what we want to do is just let people know what is teen dating violence and how does that affect our young people. According to the CDC, they tell us that 1 in 12 of our young people are affected by physical violence in a relationship, and 1 in 10 of our young people are affected by sexual violence in a relationship. So the violence that they're experiencing affects them long-term, short-term consequences of being involved in a relationship, because they're still a developing teen, so it does affect them in lots of different ways.
Right. And do you think that then, it sounds to me, maybe it does seem like that sets up maybe a pattern for future abusive type relationships if these teens don't identify it early and understand that it's not a good thing and not healthy to be in those types of relationships?
It can. It can also lead to lots of different negative behaviors in the young person. For example, they can start experiencing depression, anxiety. They can get involved in drugs to deal with what's happening to them in their lives. They can start exhibiting antisocial behaviors, and then again they're setting themselves up to enter into a violent adult relationship. So as we talk to our community, when I do presentation to our adult population, a lot of them will tell me, I wish what you were telling me I learned as a young person. I didn't know what I was experienced was teen dating violence. I didn't know that was domestic violence. And so I think it's good to try to hit our younger teens to let them know what this is.
Right. And does sometimes teens maybe have that in their own households, in their homes, and maybe if they see mom or dad being treated that way, they feel it's just a normal part of a relationship, even if it's not healthy, but that's just, oh, I guess that's just the way it is.
Exactly. You know, some of the reasons for staying in that kind of relationship is that's the way they grew up. This is my normal way of life. I've seen this abuse happen in my family, so any further relationship, that's normal.
Yeah.
And they don't see it being, the relationship as being unhealthy.
So really important to get the word to these individuals that that's not normal and not what they should be expecting out of a relationship.
Right. So what we're trying to tell them, so we're telling people that we can stop dating violence, and a lot of it is through the education of letting our young people know what is a healthy relationship versus unhealthy. What does that look like as a young person? So, for example, if you're going through a healthy relationship, you should have mutual respect for one another. You should be able to be who you are, be able to pursue your own activities, be able to be who you are without having to change for that person. So versus if you're in an unhealthy relationship, someone's going to control you, and you're going to be changing who you are to meet their needs, to make them happy, not let them be angry towards you. And then, you know, you're also going to be isolated from friends and family, because they're going to dictate who you can talk to on Facebook, who you can talk to at school, things like that. So we want to let them know these are the different relationships that are out there.
Right. And this impacts girls, boys, it doesn't really matter, does it necessarily?
Correct.
And your message goes to all kids.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. They're going to experience teen dating violence on both sides.
Yeah, and that's important. So thank you again for being here and for bringing up the topic, which is really important. I want to turn to Buffy Tolstedt a little bit about the work that you do at Family Crisis Center and with this issue. Are you working with some of these teens and things like that? Tell us a little bit more about your job at Family Crisis Center.
Well, actually, I work mainly with adult men with the HEAL program at the facility, but I just started working at Family Crisis Center. My history is as a school teacher in the county. I just retired in May, 25 years teaching. I taught here in town at Hermosa, and then I taught at Bloomfield High School
Gotcha.
for the last 6 years. So my experience right now is just witnessing what happens in teen relationships. And a lot of it is really quiet, or it will start digitally, mainly on cell phones.
Right.
And so the thing to watch out for in schools really is kids, they're on their phones all the time anyway, but then changing their behavior on their phones. Maybe their partner knows their passwords. Maybe their partner has control of their phone, or their partner makes them check messages, snaps and stuff that are sent to them. And if they don't respond, then there's issues that way. That isn't always seen by teachers, of course. So it's something to keep an eye on when kids start to withdraw or kids check their phone and then ask to leave. That is often where it starts.
I see. Thank you. And so for your experience when you were in the classroom teaching, could you tell maybe or see a little personality shift sometimes with some of these students? And maybe you didn't know exactly what was going on, but at least enough to say something is going on and follow up.
Right, exactly. A lot of it too, you see normally outgoing kids start to withdraw a little bit. Or maybe they're being late to class, or they're not coming at all, or they're just not themselves in class. And that prompted me usually to kind of ask, hey, what's going on? Sometimes they will say, oh, nothing at all. My policy in my classroom was that kids can come in anytime and say whatever they wanted to. And a lot of times kids would, and I was surprised at the stories they would tell me. And then, usually kids just need an adult who will listen and not just tell them what to do or give them advice. They just want somebody to listen. And so that was part of my job, especially when I worked at the high school. And, if something was an issue, I would refer it to one of the school social workers or to the school nurse. I worked with amazing nurses at both schools, and they were really on the ball and really took care of the kids. So I think that's the big part of it is, first of all, checking in with those kids that seem just a little different, especially if they have a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend, and then just being a listening ear with not an intent to give some sort of advice.
Sure.
And kids love that.
Right. And it seems to me like in many times kids are more maybe comfortable talking to an adult like a teacher when maybe they just feel they can't talk to mom or dad about some of this stuff. Is that also kind of true in some situations? Obviously not all.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of kids don't want to talk to their parents about their love lives, right?
Ew.
So, exactly. So, and they see sometimes, kids will see their teachers more than they see their parents, especially if they're taking more than one class or they're an athlete and their teacher is also their coach. So music kids as well, with all the time in rehearsal and performances.
Sure.
A lot of time their trusted adult is a teacher or a coach or a music teacher.
Right. And another thing too, I think that you bring up that I do want to highlight is that I think teachers have that responsibility, don't they have responsibility to report anything that they think might be going on in a child's life? And so they have that duty and some training, I think, to identify some of these things that we're talking about?
Yeah, definitely. Teachers are mandatory reporters. So any sort of abuse must be reported and must be reported quickly. So every start of the school year, there's always the training that we went through, professional development. And then just knowing that as teachers, of course, that we refer to professionals, social workers, counselors, school nurses, who then can investigate and help those kids out. But if a kid can just feel comfortable talking to you, and then you can refer that even without saying that this is what's going to happen, just so somebody else can check in with those kiddos.
Sure, sure. And again, it doesn't have to be actual abuse. It can just be a suspicion of abuse for you to need to report that, correct?
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So if something just doesn't seem right, it's better to report. Even if nothing's going on at all, we're required to report.
Very true, very true. Thank you. Well, thank you for all your years in education as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate that
Thank
very
you.
much. And I want to go to Melodi Peterson now with Sexual Assault Services in Northwest New Mexico. And Melody, I know the job of SAS is to help folks who are in our community who are maybe survivors of sexual assault and things like that, and that includes anyone of any age. And so this is something that you and your agency deals with as well, correct?
Right, right. And I work within the prevention department, but overall our agency will provide services to anybody of any age, and they're all free and 100% confidential. So with our prevention department, we're in the schools. We've been in 13 schools so far this year, and we've provided services on healthy relationships. We're talking about healthy relationships, teen dating, violence, sexual assault. And all of this is in accordance with Aaron's Law. Aaron's Law was adopted by New Mexico in 2014. And what that law states is that all students in public education, pre-K through 12th grade, will receive sexual abuse awareness education. So that's what we do. We partner with the schools. We're in the high schools and the middle schools. Soon, I believe, we'll be in the elementary schools as well. But we are talking with students about healthy relationships, unhealthy relationships. We are talking with them about consent. We are talking with them about safe and trusted adults and helping them identify who those people are in their lives. So far this year, we've provided services to over 1,500 students.
Wow. That's significant.
Yeah.
And that's great. And really important, again, to have those partnerships with the schools
Yes.
to get some time during the school day to be able to share these important messages with these kids. And what's the reaction of the kids as you talk with them, as you go around school to school? What do they say back to you? Is there any recurring theme?
Well, yeah, there is a recurring theme. You know, most kids are really grateful that we've come in. You know, initially this is not an easy topic for them to talk about. These are sensitive topics. A lot of these students have experienced what we're talking about. And but the feedback that we get is really positive. They're glad we're there. They're glad, they think that we should have been in the schools earlier. Students younger should be getting this information. And what we're seeing is a noticeable shift in attitudes and opinions from when we first begin with the students to when we end with the students. And it's telling us that it's staying with them. They're incorporating the messages that they've learned into their daily life. So I think that's awesome.
Right. That is great. And so again, you are working with all the school districts?
Yes, we're in all the school districts right now.
Nice. And I guess if a private school or homeschool or other groups would like to hear
Absolutely.
the program, can they reach out to SAS and set something up, or is that something you'd like to expand into? If you're not already.
Well, we're not.
Okay.
But those would be areas we would love to expand into. We've had parents from private schools reach out to us.
Sure.
So we've tried to accommodate them in smaller groups, however they needed that. But we've been able to do that as well.
Great. Very good. And again, excuse me, pardon me, the message that you're giving, is that a curriculum that is used elsewhere as well?
Well, we have, with the middle schools, we use a program that's evidence and research based. It's
Right.
called Safe Dates. And then with the high school, we use Ask, Listen, Respect, and that is a research-based program that we created for high school students. And then with the elementary school, we can provide services for pre-K to second grade, as well as fourth, fifth grade. We use Healthy Relationships. That's a program from Vermont, Prevent Child Abuse Vermont. It's a great program. We've had success with that. And also we created a program for 6th and 7th graders called Healthy Relationships. So we're trying to hit them
Right.
all.
Yeah, very much.
You know, the younger they are that they start getting this information and being able to recognize their boundaries and just staying safe, the better off these kiddos will be.
Right. And the one thing that Buffy mentioned was dealing with phones and I guess, pardon me, and social media, I guess. And that's another important component maybe of some of this training as well, would you say?
Yeah. You know, it's interesting digitally. There's a lot. As we all know, technology has become such a huge part of our lives. And with our kiddos, it's even bigger. That's their way they communicate with the world. And there is unfortunately a lot of abuse that occurs online. And, you know, I think Buffy mentioned it earlier when partners are trying to see who you're talking to online or wanting your passwords, controlling any sort of your social media.
Right. I mean, not just want to see, they must see, right? I mean, it's almost that
yes.
direct.
Yes, it is. It is. And, you know, and students often don't have the tools to know how to get out of that relationship. So we try to give them some resources to be able to talk about that and do that as well. And we provide a period of time within our training where students can ask anonymous questions. And we get a lot of feedback from that. And it's unfortunate these questions can be tough.
Right.
Real tough questions. But we do our best to guide them and how to get help for themselves and maybe somebody that they're concerned about.
Very true. Well, it's great that you do that. And I know, again, as you mentioned at the beginning of our talk today, the services at SAS are always confidential. And it's important that I think anyone of any age knows that and understands that. So that's really important. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You bet. Soberta Bitsilly, I want to come back to you again as we run out of time this morning. But again, all these resources that are available in the community, including those at Family Crisis Center, are really important, I think, for folks to know of any age to know about these resources and how to access them.
Yes, just a reminder that Family Crisis Center has been in the community since 1978, and we provide support services to victims of teen dating violence, domestic violence, so we offer shelter and counseling services, and then we just encourage people to reach out for help. So we do have a 24-hour crisis hotline that we encourage people to call, so just wanted to let them know they can call us anytime. Let me go ahead and read off the number to you.
Sure.
It's going to be our Family Crisis Hotline number could be one of two numbers. Local number is 505-564-9192. And then our toll-free number is 888-440-9192. So we just encourage people to call, even if they just have a question. We do have counselors that can jump on the line and talk to anybody that needs help.
Very good. And that's important. And I know those numbers are available on social media and on your website and all other places as well if they didn't catch it here on the show. So
right.
That's important as well that they know. And just real quick, you have a benefit concert coming up on Sunday. The Showcase on Dustin series is going to be providing funds and to Family Crisis Center. So congratulations. But that's another way folks can come out and support the work that you do.
Great. So the concert starts at 4 o'clock. So we'll be there telling the community a little bit about who we are, what the kind of services that we provide to the community. And I think the tickets that they're selling for the concert is $10. So all the proceeds will go to Family Crisis Center. So we appreciate anybody that can come by and join us.
Yeah, very good. And the location's on Dustin there at the First Presbyterian Church.
Correct.
So wonderful. Well, good luck with that. Thank you
you
for being here. Thank you for bringing all these great guests with you also this morning, Soberta. I always appreciate you allowing us to share these stories. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you having us on the air.
Of course, you bet. Thank you all very, very much for joining me this morning and for the work that you do in the community as well. Appreciate it. My guest this morning with me here on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.